This week, Will Smith and Leonardo DiCaprio team up to help the Amazon. Lush is shutting down stores for the climate, and Arnold Schwarzenegger shares his vegan fridge staples. All this and more on Live Kindly's weekly vegan news. If you're new to our channel, you can subscribe by clicking the leaf icon in the bottom right corner of the video. Click the bell icon to turn on notifications, and please be sure to like and comment below. Actors Leonardo DiCaprio and Will Smith are on a mission to save the Amazon with sneakers. Smith's eco-friendly water company, Just Water, which he runs with his son Jaden.
Biggest feat that we had for me is when we switched the cap and shoulders to being plant-based plastic.
Teamed up with Allbirds, an environmentally friendly footwear brand. Together, Just Water and Allbirds released 2 new limited edition sneakers, Tree Runners and Tree Toppers. All proceeds from the shoes will be donated to DiCaprio's Amazon Forest Fund. DiCaprio's environmental nonprofit Earth Alliance recently set up the Emergency Amazon Forest Fund in response to the news of devastating fires raging across the rainforest. The Amazon supplies 6% of the planet's oxygen. It is home to more than 1 million indigenous people and half the world's estimated 10 million species of animals, plants, and insects. There is only one Mother Earth, and it's on us to protect her, Smith said in a statement. The Brazilian Amazon, our largest carbon sink, has now been burning for a month. DiCaprio, who is also an Allbirds investor, has been vocal about the Amazon fires, even asking his 35 million Instagram followers to ditch beef, as cattle farming is one of the key drivers of Amazon deforestation. These are not wildfires, but rather fires set by people seeking to create cattle ranches, intentionally ignited during the dry season each year, said Ain Alencar, the scientific director of Brazilian NGO, Institute of Environmental Research in Amazonia. They cut the trees, leave the wood to dry, and later put fire to it so that the ashes can fertilize the soil. Vegan Nation, a vegan Israeli company that launched its own cryptocurrency last year, is also making moves to help the Amazon. It bought 15,000 acres of rainforest on a 10-year lease. Vegan Nation will open its land to preservation groups and activists, ensuring that no animals are intentionally harmed. It will ensure the land is free from exploitation. Even the Brazilian government will be unable to cut down trees there. The Amazon rainforest might be located in Brazil, but its destruction affects us all, said Vegan Nation CEO and co-founder Isaac Thomas. Climate change is a direct result of human activity, and it's in our hands to fight it. Coming up, Arnold Schwarzenegger shares his vegan fridge staples. Coming soon, apparel by Live Kindly. Sign up using the link in the description to get 10% off your first order. Trump's new dietary guidelines favor the meat industry. The Trump administration is limiting the range of topics addressed by the 2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans. This could mean the exclusion of research related to meat, health, and sustainability. The sidelining of scientific input has raised concerns over industry influence on the federal government, particularly because of the Department of Agriculture's role in dictating what can and can't be addressed. The 2015 Dietary Guidelines for Americans highlighted that a plant-based diet is both good for health and the environment. A study funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation revealed that meat consumption may be responsible for more deaths than tobacco. Dr. Ashkan Afshin, co-author of the study and an assistant professor of health metrics science at the University of Washington, said, "Poor dietary habits, which is a combination of high intake of unhealthy foods, such as red meat, processed meat, and sugar-sweetened beverages, and a low intake of healthy foods, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and seeds, overall causes more deaths than any other risk factors globally." Animal agriculture is also one of the top contributors to climate change. David Katz, author and founding director of Yale University's Yale Griffin Prevention Research Center, told The Washington Post, "Veiled organizations representing the interests of beef, dairy, and big food are pretending to use science to argue against the actual science and to expunge key recommendations. Of course, sustainability should be included. Of course, we need to eat less meat." Action star Arnold Schwarzenegger is pretty much 99% vegan now. The former champion bodybuilder and governor of California recently appeared on the Men's Health Gym and Fridge YouTube series to show fans what his diet and exercise regimen looks like. Schwarzenegger's office refrigerator is stocked with vegetables and fruit. His go-to snack for when it's hot is cut-up watermelons.
My favorite things that when it gets hot, I have watermelons, cut up watermelons.
The fridge also contains plant-based ground beef by Beyond Meat. For protein, the Terminator star turns to smoothies made with Califia Farms almond milk, tart cherry juice, and banana. When asked about his typical diet, Schwarzenegger revealed that he is now health conscious and that he wasn't always this way. He used to eat 10 to 15 eggs a day and a lot of meat, he revealed in a promotional video for the Game Changers documentary on vegan athletes. Now I eat more oatmeal and greens and vegetables and healthy foods, the 72-year-old told Men's Health.
And healthy food, stay away more from the meats and more from animal products. Animal proteins, because there was this misconception it's the only way you get big and strong. So now I backed off that, and I feel much better by being more on greens.
He doesn't dislike many foods, except for cow's milk.
I would say that I hate cow's milk. I drink almond milk. This is much better.
Schwarzenegger is an executive producer of The Game Changers, alongside James Cameron, Jackie Chan, and Formula One race car driver Lewis Hamilton. The film debunks the myth that athletes need meat to excel. Schwarzenegger revealed his cholesterol dropped to around 109 after ditching animal products.
It was the lowest that it ever was in my entire life, at almost 69.
Lush is closing its doors to protest the climate crisis. The cruelty-free cosmetics company is joining forces with 16-year-old vegan environmentalist Greta Thunberg to rally for change. On September 20th in the US and September 27th in Canada, Lush North America will close down its 250 shops. It will also shut its headquarters, manufacturing facilities, and e-commerce to join a climate strike led by Thunberg in New York City.
I'm urging all of you to take part in the global climate strikes on September 20th and 27th.
Thunberg founded #FridaysForFuture. The movement began in August 2018, after the then 15-year-old sat in front of the Swedish parliament every school day for 3 weeks. The teen was protesting against the inaction of the government on the climate crisis.
We listen to the current best available United Science. It's just something that everyone should do.
Her action sparked a global movement, and Thunberg now protests alongside students around the world every Friday. Lush is encouraging its more than 5,000 employees and millions of followers to take to the streets to join the campaign. The shutdown is hugely significant for the company, the brand explained. It is in the quarter leading up to its busiest time of year. However, the president and CEO of Lush North America, Mark Wolverton, wanted to ensure employee voices are heard. Coming up, Cambridge University lowered its carbon emissions by cutting beef from the menu. Filmmaker James Cameron had choice words for the public about climate change. In an interview with Variety, Cameron said, "People need to wake the f*** up. We're going the wrong direction as fast as possible. I like to say we're like Thelma and Louise," he continued. "We're driving straight toward the canyon at 90 miles per hour with the radio cranked up and the top down."
People think, oh, well, if it's warmer, I just won't wear my jumper. You know, and if the ice melts, those penguins are sure damn cute and I'd hate to see them die out, but it's not going to affect me. I think you're missing the big picture.
The Game Changers producer believes there are many ways people can help to turn that speeding car around. Changing their diet to plant-based is at the top of the list. It's the lifestyle change the Camerons have focused most of their efforts on encouraging. "We felt that food was one of the least well-served, least understood, and one of the biggest, most important ways that we could affect change," he explained. 4 countries have united to form the Vegan World Alliance, aka the VWA. The group aims to promote vegan values on a global scale. The VWA consists of 4 activist groups: the Dutch Association for Veganism, the Vegan Society of Aotearoa, New Zealand, the Vegan Society of Canada, and Vegan Australia. One of the first initiatives is a standard for food labeled suitable for vegans. According to the VWA, many countries have no legal definition of what vegan food is. A uniform certification would be used by all alliance members and would provide concrete rules for manufacturers to adhere to. The VWA envisions a world where animals are valued as individuals. It believes that animals should not be used for food, clothing, entertainment, or in other areas where their bodies are commodified. The newly formed VWA will first focus on building the framework necessary to bring its vision to life. Other efforts include sharing research, resources, and outreach programs, running joint campaigns, and facilitating cooperation between vegan organizations. Cambridge University cut its greenhouse gas emissions by 33% after ditching red meat. The leading UK-based institution announced the menu update in 2016 as part of its sustainable food policy. Beef and lamb were replaced with plant-based food instead. The university's catering team, which caters for 14 locations across Cambridge's campus and more than 1,500 events a year, released a report showing that the move helped Cambridge cut carbon emissions by 33%, despite an increase in the amount of food being purchased. The report, called Our Sustainable Food Journey, said the university reduced its carbon emissions by 10.5%. It also showed a 33% reduction in carbon emissions per kilogram of food purchased, and a 28% reduction in the amount of land use per kilogram of food. University chefs received plant-based cooking classes following the change. The vegan and vegetarian options are advertised in a way that encourages students to purchase them instead of the remaining meat options. Head of the university catering service, Nick White, said the switch has been absolutely the right thing to do. He explained, "Sustainability is extremely important to our students and staff, and we wanted to ensure that we were not only responding to their needs, but pushing what was considered possible in a catering environment." Taco Bell launched vegetarian menu boards nationwide, featuring new menu items and vegan-friendly options. The Mexican-inspired fast food chain initially tried the new meat-free menu at a store in Dallas, Texas. Its success led to the nationwide launch earlier this month. Taco Bell's new veggie menu features new meat-free items, such as the Black Bean Crunchwrap Supreme and Black Bean Quesarito.
Really good flavor. You can really taste the black beans. The rice gives it just a little more texture.
It will also feature long-term favorites, including the 7-layer burrito and the Bean Soft Taco Supreme. The classic bean burrito has been a menu staple for over 50 years and is Taco Bell's second best-selling item. There are 13 AVA-certified menu items and 36 certified vegetarian ingredients. 26 of those ingredients are vegan. The fast food chain added Make It Meatless to its apps and website to help customers make ingredient substitutions. It also has a How to Eat Vegan guide to make custom ordering easier. The chain sells 350 million veggie items per year and says that about 7% of all orders are vegetarian. That's it for today. What do you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger's diet change? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll see you again next week for Live Kindly's weekly vegan news.